Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wildcats offense takes the field for the first time today. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
Hey, they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
With the catch, it's Cherry. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Kentucky right back to the line. Back to pass on second down. That's caught. It's Agnew. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup because this environment is hostile.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Inside the 30. Smashes ahead. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Howard ahead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to Cases. Third and goal. Touchdown, Alabama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they productive this time around. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Kentucky going quickly. Trying play action. That's caught. It's Agnew. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
You knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. He's looking to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Quarterback keeps it. Can't get him to the ground. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Back to throw, it's Zimmerman. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback will keep it. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. He might want another play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Hines Running the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. They got this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football. All eyes on him and play physical.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides to back on the option. The give. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Great job by the back on the option.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Gives it on the option. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Try to go drop, just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Here comes the heat. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Pulls it and fires to the left. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. He leaves it with his back. And he waltzes into the score. Touchdown Tide! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Now, You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. LSU is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 28 to Florida. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cherry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Fires deep on the run. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. To the air, it's Zimmerman. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Hold, offense.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Pulls it in. It's Brewer. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kramer. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Wildcats want to crank the tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Finds his man, it's Kramer. And they pick up just a few on that completion. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Scanning the field, it's Zimmerman. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
On his feet at the 40. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Oh, they're after him. Quarterback gets past him. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Kentucky right back to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Caught near the sideline, it's Cherry.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play, instead, no gain.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. These corners going to give them some space. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Back to throw, it's Zimmerman. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. On the move. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. The field goal is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Pulled and fired complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. At the 40, there he goes. Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to UConn. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Makes the catch. It's Agnew. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Makes the grab. It's Agnew. Kentucky will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. First down, 10 yards to go. They'll ride the hot hand. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Ball carried by the running back. Gain of 2. Second down coming up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. To the ground with the back. Powers through the defender. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Quarterback keeper. Makes it past the marker. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Handoff from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime. Maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. The give from the gun. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun to give, looking for room. Touchdown time! And they add 6 more to go with that trip to the house. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. A quick pass to the left. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll take it on the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right.
Breaks into the open. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Follows a good block there, picks up threes out to the 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? Did you pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Offside, defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Thanks to that penalty, they've got a chance to move the chains on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw on 1st down. Floating away. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. With the clock running, this should be the final play. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.